Hello, welcome to game 3 of this match against Tracer. I'm currently up 2-0. Had some lucky starts, I think. I'll mostly call it that. So this is a Bridge Kingdom. We can do big stuff with Bridge. There's no trashing, so Fountain will come into play. We can draw mostly with Storyteller, but I think you're also going to get some capital cities. I'm actually, I think, going to open Shantytown Conclave and try to get some early Storytellers into the deck so I can start cycling through. And then after that, you add a Bridge and then Capital City. I kind of want Cobblers too. I'm just not sure when I find the time compared to Capital City, but maybe one of those early 5s should be a Cobbler because I can gain, if I have a Bridge in hand, I can gain a Hostelry. If I have no actions in hand, I can gain a Shantytown, which will draw. So maybe that's what I'll be looking to do. So opening Shantytown Conclave, look to get a Cobbler in the first shuffle. I guess I'm just taking a Shantytown here, as sad as that is. Next turn I should be in okay shape. I'd rather hit 4 and 5 than 3 and 6, certainly here. And I'm gonna follow through on my plan and get the Cobbler. Yeah, so like if I draw both Shantytowns, I can grab a Bridge. It just seems like there's good stuff the Cobbler's gonna do for me, and I want to gain all the Bridges. So Shantytown is sad. It's a sad card, and I'm probably not gonna hit 3. I'm probably gonna hit 3 again this turn too. I feel like this is below. Oh my goodness. These have been very, very bad draws. We had the same. Oh, they opened differently than me. I think they're maybe more likely to hit 3 twice. I'm just getting another Shantytown, and then I don't know why. That's just what I'm doing. I can discard them with capital cities or something, and then draw them back around in the reshuffle. And so the reshuffle will have Shantytowns in it with all the stuff. But this alternating. The last hand of every shuffle is the good one is going to be a pretty sad paradigm if that's how it plays out. Boy, I didn't find any of my Shantytowns. I have 4. I didn't find any. I guess I'm gaining a Bridge here and play Conclave Bridge by a Storyteller. There are like ways I could draw with Shanty. Like if I alternate the Shantytowns, like if I see one Shantytown in the top 2, I'll be somewhat happy. I could draw quite a bit. I could see 0 or I could see 2. I think I have 4 in these bottom 10. I think it's pretty unlikely that I didn't see a Shantytown. And obviously I'm triggering this. Okay, 6. I think it's just Storyteller and I could also go Capital City, Shantytown. Maybe I'll do that. These Shantytowns are really terrible, but I bottom decked my Storyteller, and I hit 3 again. I'm gonna buy a silver now because I don't know. This feels resignable though, completely. I triggered this reshuffle knowing that I had a Storyteller in here, and was likely going to be able to draw around next turn. This Cobbler has been complete. I mean, I think the Cobbler is fine. I just think I've drawn it in like the worst possible case scenarios. Like I didn't see it. It missed the reshuffle, and then I drew it with bad cards. But this feels like a fairly soon resign here. They're just 4 turns ahead of me or something. I'm going to need to gain a Bridge here. And I will play Conclave Bridge Storyteller, I think. And max draw. Let's see where we go from there. that was not a particularly good turn for them, so I'm pretty happy about that. Well, this is like the best case Shantytown draws. Almost. What is the bottom card of my deck? It is a 6th Shantytown. Okay. Don't. Definitely not. Okay. Well, this was a good turn. So I'm going to get Storyteller, Bridge. I hope they don't pile out on me next turn. These are kind of the draws you expect when you have this number of Shantytowns in the deck, but it's still always sad when you see them all right at the top of the shuffle. I don't think they can pile out this turn, but I think my next turn is going to be very, very bad. I may consider adding coppers this turn. Maybe I should have added a copper or two last turn. If you can get that fountain points, it makes their pile out quite a bit harder from this state. Problem is, once they get 7 bridges in play, they can just buy out they can get close to buying out the provinces. So I guess they can only get 6 bridges in play, so provinces still cost 2. But they could pile out the duchies or something, and that's worth, 24 compared to the fountain points. This is like the saddest storyteller in the world. So I've got, in theory, 5 gains with bridges. So they can lower the piles. I mean, they can just take like 5 cities here if they want. And I will play out my turn pretty quickly just to get back around, let them pile out next turn, probably. It's possible that they could leave open a pile out, but Trish is a very good player. I don't expect that to be the case. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the bridge Shantytown opening is better. I think if you see the bridge and the Shantytown in the same hand, which is what I did, then yeah, I mean, if I had the split they did, if I had drawn my deck the way I did and I opened bridge Shantytown, I still had the 3 in the 6 case, I think, or I actually collided my two things, so the Shantytown would have just been a dead card the turn I drew it. So I low rolled or they high rolled, I'm not quite sure. And then, yeah, maybe that Cobbler was bad. I can certainly believe that, but I think, I don't know. It seems like if I didn't keep bottom decking things every shuffle, that the Cobbler is not that bad. I'm getting it in play. I'm getting extra bridges and stuff and helping smooth out some of my turns. This is only turn 11. They're looking to pile out on turn 12. Okay, at least I'm doing kind of the fun thing. All right. Let me undo that. I think I'm buying 3 coppers and a city here. But I could also buy a hostelry. I think I'm buying 3 coppers and a city. I haven't even seen all my coppers. This is all actions, but a lot of these shanties didn't draw. I didn't see the Cobbler either. I think I'm buying 3 coppers and a city. And make their life difficult. Maybe 3 copper. Maybe a capital city is better. Having a city deck at least makes it annoying for them to empty the Shantytowns. And a city. So I've got a 15-point lead. Not that means much, but I have it. Oh wow, they had a complete dud there, which is really unimaginable given the quality of their deck. I also have a dud. I have a capital city. My Cobbler's down there. So, do I want to gain? I could gain a hostelry and a bunch of horses, which helps me draw next turn. How close am I to piling out? Anything? Not really. I don't feel like I'm particularly close to piling anything out. I get like a Nomad camp and a Hostelry. It gives me another buy. The Nomad camp on top should help my Storyteller draw. Just kidding. I bottom decked my Capital City and my Storyteller. It's kind of remarkable. If I hadn't bought that Nomad camp, I'd save zip. They still may not lower all the way here. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. But this is like a remarkably bad shuffle for me. We both have a dud, and then I bottom deck. I have like 3 good cards in my deck. 2 Storytellers and a Capital City, and 2 of them were in the bottom 3. They've got 2 more bridges in a Nomad camp, I think. Yeah, so they can definitely take some provinces here, or just like a couple of capital cities. 2 capital cities. I'm limited. I have 6 buys max, so they can take city, 3 capital cities, Storyteller, 2 Nomad camps, and then just try to pile out next turn. They can also take a couple of coppers here, I guess, pretty safely. I'm going to gain another Nomad camp, I guess, this turn. And yeah, my Cobbler, I guess, was the 4th good card of my deck, and that was all the way near the bottom. If I had the Cobbler here, I could gain a Conclave the Nomad camp, and draw on. Oh, look, my good cards. I found them. This is just really... I think I was behind. They had that dud, which made me feel like I was more ahead. But I feel like if I drew last turn, I could maybe make something happen. Wow, they had another dud? Don't they have a ton of horses in their deck? Capital City and Nomad Camp seem to compete with each other for terminal space. Right, I can gain all sorts of stuff here. I can go for a pile out on who knows what. Yeah, honestly, who knows what. I have no idea what I would go for a pile out on. At this point, I have 4 bridges, so I just kind of want to draw a deck. I don't want another Shantytown. Don't need a Hostelry. Don't really need a Conclave, so I guess I'm getting another Nomad camp. Okay. And we will draw. I don't really want to discard either of these cards. We can play this. Draw. Okay. This is not really particularly good outcome here. So I guess the thing I could have tried to do was with the Cobbler and play lower one of the piles and activate cities mid-turn for plus buys. The rest of my deck does have some horses in it. I believe I have another Storyteller down there, another bridge. It's just I'm not I'm not accomplishing very much on this turn. 7 buys, 6 money. I need to get a province and a Hostelry or something. I don't know. I feel like that thing I just did there was tantamount to resigning. Oh, I have a city. Wow, they had another dud though. It's remarkable the amount of times that they have dudded, given their deck is just so much better than mine. And I need to take another province here. That was actually a pretty decent start, because I saw a lot of my coppers, so, and quite a few of my shanty towns. They must have a pile out here on something, though, right? Do they have 8 gains? Shanty towns plus cities plus 1 estate? I guess they added 3 coppers, and we do both have 10 coppers and 3 estates in these decks. And they just have a lot more 5s than me. Yeah, maybe the Cobbler was wrong. I don't know. I think they got a silver too. I got another shit. Maybe I should have gotten 1 silver over a Shantytown. They have a 9th buy. Oh, they just buy out the problem. Ooh, well, that's one way to do it. So I'm up 2-1, moving to game 4.